Hey, what's up, you guys? Case Prime here, back at you with another video review of this time a television show episode. Now, if you couldn't know from any previous video I might have made, specifically one I filmed back in November, I am a huge fan of the NBC sitcom The Office. I think it's a hilarious sitcom, and I actually am the owner of two DVDs, one of being the Secret Santa pack, which I reviewed in November. Go check that out. And also, I have not reviewed this one yet. I have watched it once so far, but I will review it once I finish it. But I'm gonna do The Office Overtime. I bought this back in December as a little early gift to myself. But and I've got Weight Loss Parts 1 and 2 on my iPod, my Touch. And I'm gonna do two episodes I watched last night on NBC as part of the comedy block. And they were really good episodes. I really liked them. And they're, and that episode was Niagara, parts 1 and 2. And I'm actually, loading them onto my, iPod here. You can see I got the Jackass logo. Wrong way. I've also got a double background image on just to prove it. Oh, no one. Wrong way. Downloads. That's just proof right there that I'm actually downloading this episode as we speak. So that's proof I've seen it. It was on last night as part of that usual Thursday night block that NBC does on Thursday nights as part of the comedy block with 30 Rock and some other show. Last week's episode, Viewing Party, was also pretty good. I'll add that another time, but, now, if you watch The Office like I do, you know that Jim and Pam are pretty much made for each other. They've been dating for a long time, basically, and basically in this episode, Jim pops the question, and Pam says Mary. Well, he doesn't actually pop the question in this episode, but the episode opens with Pam with all the other Dunder Mifflin employees in the accounting department basically talking about the do's and don'ts of the stuff she does and does not want to have happen at her wedding. And there was a big one. Sometime before this episode, Pam and Jim went to town, and apparently Pam got pregnant, so Pam forced everybody to swear on their lives that they don't tell anybody about that she's pregnant to anyone in their family because they don't want anyone to be alarmed. And especially to Jim, because she doesn't want to be mad at him before the wedding. And then Michael, apparently his girlfriend left him again, so he's trying to find another girl. And he and Dwight hope to meet one at Pam's wedding, and according to Michael, that's the best way to meet women, is at weddings. Granted, Michael is my favorite character on The Office, but that I didn't believe of him. So, then Pam starts making a few strict instructions to her fellow co-workers. That kind of drives them ragged. Like, they can't do certain things in front of her, they can't make certain smells, or can't eat certain stuff in front of her, because she thinks it'll upset the fetus. And it causes her and pretty much everybody else in the branch to puke. Actually watch the episode. Actually, everyone does get a puke fest. I know, Kevin, Phyllis, Meredith, Kelly, and I think Oscar, and Creed all got up into a puke fest. I don't know why. I was half asleep when I was watching that, but that one part, anyway, but I don't know. But anyway, then everyone starts heading up to Niagara Falls, and apparently, Andy got the room before Jim and Pam did, and apparently, Michael's without a place, so he has to beg, and I mean beg, Dwight to let him stay with him. But apparently Dwight says no, because he thinks he's going to have a girl, but Michael is then forced to sleep in the vending machine room, where, you know, you can get your ice and your drinks and all that other crap. And apparently, they have a toast, and apparently Michael accidentally spills it. He spills it. That Pam's pregnant, which was somewhat unfortunate for Phyllis, not Phyllis, Pam and Jim, because their secret was blown. But it only really startled Pam's just like with my family, we call her Mima. I'm not sure if she's like their grandma, probably her grandma. Sorry about that. And Michael, he learns she's about to leave, so he tries to convince her to stay, because there's nothing to be afraid of. And, day 2, the wedding's on, and apparently, they each go through their own showboat of shenanigans. Apparently, Kevin wakes up to find his shoes missing, and they were just destroyed, forcing him to wear tissue boxes as... And by the way, this is on to part 2. The end of part 1 shows Angela waiting outside of Pam's room because she thinks that she's going to sneak down to the bar and get drunk. Also, one more thing I forgot to mention in part 1, Andy has a party in his room, and he accidentally tears his scrotum doing a banana split, and forcing Pam to take her to the hospital because Michael, Jim, and Dwight are too drunk. So after getting back, Angela stalks Pam, thinking she's going to go to the bar and get drunk herself. Now on to part 2, where basically wedding day shows up, where everyone's getting near the church and they're getting ready to go. And apparently Jim and Pam, well, Pam specifically runs into a real problem where she wanted to have her perfect wedding dress, and apparently, as she's going to go do something, her veil rips. And apparently, it upsets her and thinks it's going to ruin the wedding. So, Jim evens out by pretty much cutting his tie off from here. Jim, if you're going to have a square tie, you're supposed to cut it off lower, not way up here at the neck, unless you want to go for like a bow tie. But regardless, it was still pretty funny. And then Michael still tries to, get together with other women. And then, for the presenting, and then Dwight gets some random stuff. It shows them getting, gifts for everyone. Michael and Dwight got pretty weird gifts. Dwight got them a couple of turtles, some sort of weird plier things to kill them, and, some sort of food-making kit with the turtles. And Michael made a handmade portrait of them with paint of Jim and Pam. And he has one of them in the nude, which is for him. And Michael, burn it. I beg of you. I beg of you. Please. Please? Okay. Enough. And then they present themselves, and apparently they decide to break the rules, just for one bit, where Dwight goes over to the organist, he plugs in a tape recorder, and it plays Chris Brown's, I think it's Chris Brown's, Forever. So, pretty much everybody in Dunder Mifflin gets up along the walkway and pretty much starts dancing to the tune. And then Jim and Pam are wed, and they go on a boat on over Niagara Falls, and they get married, and they go on their honeymoon. But to where, though, I don't know. They didn't explain that. But now, if you're a big Office fan like I am, if you saw the early episodes and you've been following up with it for a while, you would tell yourself, I want to see the episode where Jim and Pam got married, which I'm kind of late to the party because, the episode came out in 2009, and I just started watching The Office back in August last year, around the 17th, I think. I started with the episode Booze Cruise. Then I think I saw the Valentine's Day episode, and then I watched I didn't watch the Halloween one. I missed out on that one. And then in December and then back in November I got this DVD, loved it. And then in December I got this DVD and I watched part of the first episode. And now I have a season pass for The Office on NBC. But that's beside the point. Now, Jim and Pam are one of the 2 most popular characters on The Office, because people say a lot about them. And a lot of people expected this episode. So, if Jim or Pam is one of your favorite characters on The Office, I suggest highly watching this episode. If you like episodes of The Office where they're off-site, they're not at Dunder Mifflin, check this episode out. Well, granted, there is usually one case in some episodes where one of them will go off Dunder Mifflin property, but it is sometimes a little bit of a rare occasion. There have been full episodes that take place at the office, and one of them will go off-site, but for the most part it does take place at Dunder Mifflin. I thought it was a really funny episode. I can't wait to watch this on my iPod. This may be kind of funny, but where's my, I feel kind of stupid doing this, but, look at my cell phone. Dunder Mifflin. I feel kind of stupid doing that, but regardless, let me take off my hat, because this has nothing to do with Back to the Future. Anyway, if you love The Office, but you love, more importantly, if one of your favorite characters is Jim or Pam, watch this episode if you get a chance. You can watch it on demand on NBC.com. If you have an iPod, download it from iTunes. It only costs you $6, because unlike Weight Loss Part 1 and 2, they're two separate episodes, which kind of sucks. It would have been nice if they were just one episode. Unless it's a series finale or intro or premiere, which it's not. It was pretty much just like smack down the center. But still, great episode. I loved it. I love The Office. It's just a hilarious show. Also, I just thought I'd mention that there will be a season, the next season of The Office, or new episodes of The Office. I don't know if it's a new season or just new episodes. Will start premiering this month. I am really excited. And I think we're getting a Season 7 on DVD, and I will be definitely picking that up when it comes out. I also want to get Season 5. But, I guess that's about it. Later, guys. I'm out of here.